Hey there guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video, as you can see on the to-do list behind me if I turn around here, you can see that the first thing that I want to get done in today's video is I do want to build up a large grid welding ship. And the reason why I want to build up a large grid welding ship instead of a small grid one like I had before is because with a large grid welding ship, you get more storage. So like instead of having like a ton of these small cargo containers here, like small grid large cargo containers here that can only hold, what is that, 15,000 liters or whatever? A large grid one can just have like one of these big ones which can hold like, I think it's like 420,000 liters or something or whatever. So the storage capacity is way larger on a large grid one, and also the welding torches on them have a bigger range on them, so it'll be a lot easier to weld something like this. And yeah, so those are really the main reasons why I want a large grid welding ship instead of a smaller one. Just because I think it'll just make the process go a bit faster when welding up the big ship here. And now, I do know that the ship itself isn't that big, but I like to think of it as a big ship because it is the biggest thing that I built in Space Engineers. But yeah, anyway, so the second thing I also want to get done on today's to-do list here is I do want to put a lot of materials into production. So what I mean by a lot of materials is I mean like putting a lot of steel plates, steel grids, you know, construction components, all that stuff into production here. Just to, you know, get some materials ready to build a little bit, or at least like a little bit or small part of the big ship over there. Because that's also the third thing on the to-do list here that I want to get done. Now, I keep calling it the big ship, but I do want to at some point name it. And so I actually wanted to ask you guys for some suggestions what I should actually name it. Now, again, like most things, I have my own suggestions, but I want to see what you guys come up with. But yeah, anyways, just to kick this video off, I'm gonna real quickly just load up the large grid welding ship here. Alright, so I got the welding ship here all set up in a blueprint and everything. And so as you can see, the welding ship here is purely functional. There are no aesthetics to it or anything. So yeah, it's just mainly functional, like most of the ships that I build. Anyway, so the design itself is pretty simple. It has 4 welding torches on the front of here to get, you know, a ton of blocks or to get a ton of space done at one time. It also has 1 large cargo container on it so it can hold a ton of materials and stuff. It also has a large hydrogen tank. And the thrusters themselves are also pretty simple, so there's a few in the front and back. And then 1 on each direction, you know, just to give it some maneuverability. It also has 2 gyros, an O2H2 generator, and a hydrogen engine. Now, I don't really think it needs a hydrogen engine, but I put one on there anyway, just in case. Anyway, so this is pretty much the design of the large grid welder that I designed. And yeah, you know what guys, I'm gonna time-lapse myself welding up the welding ship here. And so yeah, enjoy this time-lapse of me welding up the welding ship. Alright, so I think I just welded up everything that I need to for the large grid welding ship here. And so that actually didn't take as long as I thought it would take, which is always a good thing. That leaves more time to do other things. Anyway, so what I'm going to have to do now is I'm going to have to go back to the base and find somewhere to like just build up a connector to connect the welding ship up to. And so actually I was thinking about it, and I think just modifying one of these connectors over here, like just taking this connector for example, just moving it up and over a little bit, I think that should do the trick just fine. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that real quickly now. Alright, so just modified the connector here. So all I really did was move it up and put it on sideways here so it can connect up to the large grid welder there really nicely. And so from here, I am now going to have to feed some hydrogen into it so I can move it from over there to over there. And so like always, I'm going to just take the mining ship here, connect it up to the welding ship, fill it up with a bit of hydrogen, and then move it. It's a pretty simple procedure. I've already done it a few times before. So if I just go into the mining ship here, carefully move it over. Actually, real quickly, the mining ship feels like it has a ton of stuff in it. Oh, it does have a ton of stuff in it. Well, anyways, I'll take care of that later, but for right now, I'm just gonna flip this sideways. And then I'm going to carefully move it towards the connector here. Connect it up there, and then if I go into the control panel, okay, also if I just search up hydrogen, you can see that the 2 hydrogen tanks here are off stockpile, which is fine. What I need to look for though is the hydrogen tank on the welder here. So actually it'll be a lot easier if I just go into the cockpit of the welder here and just search up hydrogen. There we go. Put that on stockpile. There you go. I think that'll be enough to move it from here to the base. Now, how much hydrogen do I have left in the tanks here? Not a whole lot. So I'll go and hook up the mining ship back up to the base too. So yeah, if I just disconnect here, actually, if I just check my HUD. Oh yeah, so it's got 19% left, which isn't a whole lot. Something is smoking out the back of it though, which isn't always a good thing. What is it? Oh, it's just a broken small connector there. Let me just go ahead and fix that up real quick. Alright, with that problem solved, I am now going to go ahead and just connect the mining ship back up to the base here using this connector in the back. And just like that, it is connected up to the base. And now I am going to go ahead, grind down this block here. So now it should be fully free. So now if I actually just go into it, third person view, and then just slowly, there you go. And so without killing anything, I am going to now slowly make my way over to the connector here and just connect it up just like that. Oh wait, I didn't actually. Okay, hold on a second. I didn't hook up the connector here, so I just got to go ahead, put switch lock, and now connect it up to the base. There you go. So with that connected up to the base now, I think the hydrogen tank on here should be filling up a little bit. Anyway, so that is now, what is that? The first thing on the to-do list done already, which is pretty good. And so now the second thing is to put a lot of materials into production. And so learning a lot of lessons about how much everything takes to construct from building up the cargo ship there. If I go into production, I'm just going to put a ton of everything, really. Just start spamming pretty much everything without really thinking about it. There you go. So I just put pretty much a ton of everything into production. Well, not everything, but at least enough to get something done on the big ship. I gotta get the blueprint back up. But yeah, so I'm just gonna wait for some of this to do things. Okay here guys, so I just waited about 45 minutes for all the materials to be constructed and whatnot, and yeah, so I got most of it constructed and put into the welding ship here. And so this is the third take now, because the other 2 times I was welding it up and then I broke the projector both times. God in. So yeah, you know what? Yeah, so this is the third take here. I am going to now disconnect this, the welding ship that is, head towards the welding ship, the big ship, and then weld the back part of the big ship without crashing anything or breaking anything. Okay, so also enjoy this time lapse of me trying to construct everything or weld everything up on the big ship here. Alright guys, so I think I welded up everything that I can with the materials I have. So I do have a ton of extra, but I did run out of steel plates. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and construct more steel plates and pretty much everything else in general. But I'm gonna leave that for the next video just because it took like almost 45 minutes to get the materials that I put in there, and it's gonna take way longer to get more. And this video is already running about 2.5 hours long, so yeah, that's definitely going to be in the next video. But I am surprised about how much I actually did get done with the materials I did craft. I mean, I got pretty much almost all of the stuff in here done. Or not the stuff in here, but I did get a ton of stuff done, which I'm quite proud of. But yeah, so you know what guys, this is going to be the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I know I did. And if you could please like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. And yeah, thank you for watching today's video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.